Yeah. Go on my adventure. I almost failed saying that shit. But I can't wait to get a GoPro and an actual Sony Canon camera, so I can like vlog and do videos like this and stuff. And I don't know. This video is about nothing, but this video is basically about me clearing my head, like just clearing your head. You know, no matter what you're going through in life and what you've been through, there's always a brighter side to it. You know? I don't know why, but parks at night are creepy and a motherfucker. Now, I'm an aspiring comedian, and you know how in life you have your ups and downs, like whether you're a student at school or a son or daughter, everything has ups and downs. Like it's probably one time like you was a shitty ass kid, like, and then you became a great adult, or you may have been a great kid, but you became a shitty ass adult, unless you're aware of it. But I say that to say that, man, I recently got back into doing stand-up more consistently, and even though I'm still new, you know, my allergies is messing up right now. Jesus Christ. Um, Even though I'm relatively new in the grand scheme of things, I am proud of me going, okay, you gotta step your game up. You gotta be more yourself on stage. You gotta give it if you give it at 40%, like you may not feel like it, and it shows. Like you gotta not sometimes liking to do shit, because at the end of the day, you know, it's more than just about telling jokes. It's about, you know, you doing comedy in the first place because you live and die by the sword of truth. At least that's why I got into it. Every comedian has their own like path, but for me, like most of my life, I was told I was funny. Not to brag, but I'm being real. God damn it. Most of my life, I'm told like I'm funny and this and that, but I'm also honest, you know, and funny is multi-dimensional. It's like not just what you say, it's how you deliver it, and facial expressions, body language. Is mostly body language. But bottom line, everything like reminds me to go back on stage. Like yo, like I don't care if it's at open mic. You belong on stage, idiot. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if it's for 4 minutes. I don't care if it's for 3. You belong on stage. And I constantly think that. I'm like, yo, like, you know, and with things you go through with bullshit, especially in family and your own bullshit and friends and mental illness, addiction, drugs, and all this type of stuff you go through, you like, damn, man, like, in just 10 years, some people have already lived 3 lives. You know, in just 10 years, in just 20 years, some people already live, you know, 3 lives. You know what I mean? So sometimes I say to myself, like, no, okay, I never was homeless. No, I never was in a slam. But I will say that I've definitely been so many times, actually millions of times, I was low in my life. But most times I'm up, you know, and it's because of the lows. Most times I'm up, you know, and that's the reason why. Like no matter what, a lot of us have to realize and understand that men and women, that a lot of us are a lot of us are strong people. Like you know, we strong motherfuckers. Black people, we strong. You know what I mean? Asian people, strong. You know, Spanish people, strong. You know, not just a race of people, but just the individuals, like, and the genders. Like, a lot of us are just strong, and we go through shit and we overcome it, and we go through another day and we smile and shit. You know what I mean? Like we smile it off. You know, we fight it off. We laugh it off. We set it off. You know what I mean? Like, and these type of things I'm saying in this video is not just for like, oh, like just a video and not some dude on the bike. This is like time where I'm literally taking my mind off anxiety, stress, and everything. Like, you know, and it's important. Even if I was walking, you know, there's times where I walk this far. Like, there's times where I jogged. You know, there's times where I played ball. Times where I was anything that's as far as like that's your way of taking your mind off anything. It doesn't have to be this. Do it because it's part of your mental health. And I guess that's what this video is about. You know, if anything, everything else is like bullshit. Like, if you have to take time to yourself, do it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, this is where I was yesterday. Last night, I would rather say. And this is one of my sanctuaries. This is my new place where I literally take my mind off just anything that's negative. And I just come peace. I just find peace within myself, and I go from there. I never biked over here actually, but it's funny that I'm doing it now. But I did not like the sound of that. Oh shit! I almost fell. Okay. Oh. I know I come from the projects, but even strange noises kind of makes you go, what the hell was that? All right, and cars pulling up on you like that, you always want to be mindful. Like, I have my bike ready and shit, like in case and shit. You never know. And plus, always have something on you. You know what I'm saying? If it's out of self-defense. I'll always make sure you got like some type of like paperwork. But yeah, this is a video where I don't really show myself for once. And yeah, I don't know how long this video gonna be, but I guess it's a video where it's like for meditation purposes, like just for you to click on YouTube and, you know, listen to some random dude like me talking stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, do his thizzle. And I sit here and I just show you the view, you know. It's my day off of work, so I can be here. Make sure my uncle is good at home and stuff. Well, it's not my uncle, but we all grew up. I grew up calling him Uncle Adam. Everybody calls him Uncle Adam. He raised me and stuff, so him and my aunt, who is also not really my aunt, it's my cousin. Actually is my godmother. Or I would rather say that from what my dad and my uncle said, that she wanted to be my godmother out of all of my siblings for whatever reason. To this day, I don't know why. But I don't want to get into that. That's too much history and there's too much shit. But I don't know. But yeah, like sometimes like you go through things in life and you think you're the only one. You get pushed around and bullied and accused of things you're not, and you know there's probably times where, or a couple times compared to others, that you stand up for yourself, and other times you probably did it because you didn't want. You're just tired of you're just tired of things repeating itself. And I'm not saying it's justifiable to never stand up for yourself. I'm saying everybody has their reasons for whatever it is, whether you know now or later, and no matter what situation. But I take time out, like with these type of situations, to really reflect on my life. And there's probably people looking for parking. Reflect on my life and think about others, and think about my friends, think about certain family members. And I say certain for a reason. It's a word that I use religiously. But and I think about a lot of good, a lot of positive, like school trips and the positive things, that's the experiences that I got through in my life. School trips and slap boxing with your friends, and straight hood stuff, but also just to stay out of stereotypes, just straight, like, just and living life, enjoying life, being silly in class, and taking the teacher out of her focus and stuff, or his focus. Like, oh, Tony, you can't do that right now. I'm teaching class, and you can do that after I get through this lesson. And you have this, like, this, like, path to, like, crack your jokes and be the comedian you are, or the person you are, I would say. And because most teachers, they fuck with you. You grow, you grow as a person, as a student and stuff, and just all these type of things. There was times where you didn't like school, now you like school, and there was times where you didn't get the girl of your dreams, and now you probably with somebody that's the girl of your dreams. And just basically all these things I'm saying is basically like, you'd be surprised where you're gonna be tomorrow, where you're gonna be in 5 years. You don't know unless you plan it out. But even so, not everything goes according to plan. And I just think about so much stuff. Every time I come here, I just think about mad stuff. I think about for years battling psychosis, and now that I'm like more clear-minded than ever, I've made more rational decisions that I've ever made in my life in the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, and I say that shit as out of to be funny, but to also be real, because I'm in a freaking one minute I'm in a room with like my other peers and stuff in school and stuff, and next minute I'm in a psych ward, and then you have another family member that tries putting you down about it throughout your life and stuff, and it's like almost like that's the person's your enemy, and like you in your mind that they're your enemy, but in reality that person's the enemy of themselves, and now they making enemies with other people they know, and now they lost their friends, and you're like, wow, like that's crazy. Like, the difference between me and them is that I admitted that I have a problem, and also I'm not a piece of shit person. You know what I mean? So, like, when I went back to my old schools, I didn't realize how much love that I had back then. Like, and it reminded me of who I am. You know what I mean? And that gave me even more belief in myself to do what I need to do while I'm on this earth. So But yeah. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video. So psychosis. In case I don't have no more memory, but battling psychosis and just everything. Like, it's weird that person just literally pulled up with music and cut it off and was about to sit there and turn around and just left. See, being in a situation like this is dangerous as hell. Even if you are very even if you're a person that walks around with inner peace in their heart, or you found peace, like, it's one thing to be like have some type of happiness with you, regardless of what you go through, and like I mentioned earlier, like addiction or things in your family, your own problems, whatever. But there's another to like just deal with shit that's outside of you. So I gotta watch my back, because that's how people get like dumped in the river. Like, but I'm smart enough to put my bike on in case, like, I'm not just gonna be like sitting here, yo, like, hope you like this video, and you know what I'm saying. So excuse me, my allergies are messing up, but yeah, you just think about all these type of things in your life, and you like, wow, like, I'm not on psych meds no more. I mean, blow my nose because I'm congested. Allergy season is amazing. Sometimes you think you say to yourself, oh, some people, like, I've heard people say, I'd rather have asthma than this lung problem I have, and I'm like, first of all, they're both respiratory issues, and second, that's insulting to people like me who have asthma. But because I'm mature, I don't really respond to people like that no more. I just let them talk. But my allergies is one thing that I'm like, oh my god, it's annoying because it triggers my asthma. Probably one of the only things that triggers my asthma besides the weather. But yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if you guys believe in paranormal, but I believe in paranormal like a mug. And I sound so congested. Jesus Christ. I want this video to be a video without showing my face and see how it goes. I'm gonna send it to a couple people I know, unedited. But I see like something in the window. Well, in my opinion, it can't be really nothing because it's been like that since yesterday. Like, what kind of ghost is gonna stand there for that long? Like, that ghost has taxes. All right, that ghost has taxes to fill out. Like, but yeah, back to my video. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, like, you just think about all the things you went through, and good and bad. You think about the bad. You think about, what you endured. You think about the type of person you was. Like, were you a integrous person, or were you a person that just goes along with the get along, or were you a type of person that was people pleasing, or was you a type of person that did what the hell they wanted to do? In my opinion, I thank God that I never was a people pleaser. Never had the instinct to be like, I'm gonna please somebody. No, like, I'm just me. But yeah. And I have a doctor's appointment later on in the morning. Didn't forget that. I just saying that so I won't forget. I gotta get my new glasses soon. I got an appointment this month for that, but not today. something like with a follow-up with referrals, asthma medication, and my thyroid medication. And I gotta get my physical next month. I'm due next month, so. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video because it just feels right to just end it on 20 minutes. And on top of that, I might head to another location and try to pick a spot to write and manifest my goals, small and big. Also do my routine prayer whenever I go out, even if it's with friends. There's times where I was at I went to a church camp for my friend. Like he wanted us to go and stuff, me and his other friend, and I was like, I don't know. He was like, yeah, come on, man. I was like, all right. I'm the type of person that I'll do things I don't see nothing wrong with trying things once, depending on what it is. I want to just word that. And not everything is the same. Yo, jump off a cliff. It's just try one thing, right? Try one thing. No, I didn't mean like that. But I went twice actually. But it was different areas, part of that state, and I battled depression my whole entire life. And then the first time I went, depression was hitting me harder than ever in my life. Like humor was always like my superpower. Like I've always battled anything in my life with humor. Like I always crack jokes and stuff. Like way before I even believed I was bipolar, I just would like literally, like you couldn't tell me nothing. I just was like silly, you know what I mean? Like, and then as I got older, like 17, 18, like my depression hit so hard. What is that? My depression hit so hard that humor was like almost like, okay, Tony, you need to like do something about this. And I just would like be distant from everybody and just literally read something I have. Like I'll have a book with me or something, or I'll just write. And as I got older and older, writing became one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life because it helped me express myself. And in a way where it's no filter, it's no anything, without getting in trouble, none of that. Because in school, when you express yourself, you get in trouble. Sometimes at least. Sometimes, especially when you curse a lot. So, it's good to have and of course, I've always had therapy, and counseling and stuff like that. But I don't believe that everybody that's like there to help you will understand you in that way where you can get that help. Like you have to talk to people that understand you in the way where you think you understand yourself. As long as they're not bullshitting you and you're not bullshitting them. But yeah, as long as you're not lying to yourself, you're good. And people don't tell you what you want to hear, but also don't let people disrespect you and tell you negative shit just because they negative, they ain't shit in their life. But the second time I went to that same camp, which was a different place in that same state, I literally would find moments like this. I would just sit somewhere quiet and find myself. That's what I call it. Just let's observe my internal and external. Think about the past, present, and future. Manifest, predict, understand without judgment. And that helped a lot of my anger issues. Like I grew up with extremely bad anger issues. Like 9 times out of 10, that's why I got thrown in the cycle with. Because my anger is very it's like uncontrollably out of control. Like, and thank God I'm not like that as an adult, because I probably would be sitting here in a goddamn pier right now having a peaceful conversation that I'm gonna upload to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to like gain positive vibes from. So of course I feel as though it's still there, but it's very, very controlled. Like my emotions are way more controlled. I'm way more patient as a person than I ever have been. It's because I did the work, and I had certain people in my life that helped me and guided me. Like not only by what they said, but their actions. Like I don't really go by what somebody said. Don't listen to motherfuckers that tell you shit, but they not living their example by example. Don't listen to too many people that don't live by example. I'm big on that, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video. I don't know what noise is that, but that's probably like construction stuff. But definitely ain't gunshots because I come from the projects. But I'm gonna end this video, and thanks for sticking by and listening to my congested ass. And see you in part 2.